Beth Rodden, and I've been climbing for about 17 or 18 years. I started climbing in the local climbing gym when I was about 14, and I was hooked. I was able to win some national competitions, and I started going on trips with friends and really fell in love with being in the mountains, and my passion became climbing outside.
Beth Rodden was the youngest woman ever to climb 514 at the time. She eventually moved more into traditional climbing, big routes, and she became really famous for free climbing the nose on El Cap. Beth has figured out what she's really, really good at, which is climbing hard cracks.
Ah!
And she's taken that to do the hardest routes, to do new routes.
Ah! I'd say the majority of the first descents in climbing are usually done by men. So to be able to do one as a woman, it feels awesome. A lot of times we can get stuck in the rut of just like following, but to be able to get out there and do it before other guys can do it, it kind of opens up the door that, hey, ladies, this can be done.
For a number of years, Beth was really leading the way. I mean, she was showing that women could climb just as hard and maybe harder than men.
Oh man, I'm glad that's over. I don't want to have to go through that again.
Over the past few years, I've had a lot of injuries. I tore the labrum in my shoulder and had to get surgery.
Excited to get it done?
Yeah. Then I can hang on my arms again.
I subsequently re-injured it twice. I tore something in my finger twice, and then something in my other finger, and then I broke my ankle.
Why are you filming me? You're so mean.
I think for any athlete or anybody who likes to be active, injuries are really frustrating. But then to have continual injuries for several years, it's definitely been really devastating. Around that time, I was also going through separation and divorce. I was an emotional wreck, and climbing was kind of my escape. But then to be injured and not be able to do the one thing that I was inherently good at and I found a lot of joy in, it was the hardest thing in my life to ever go through. Several times over the past few years, I've kind of wondered, is it worth trying to come back again? But climbing is such this positive, great thing in my life that I just want to be climbing, whatever that entails. I'm pouring everything I have into getting back to full strength. I go to physical therapy, acupuncture, hours of exercises every day. I think I've surprised myself with how positive and upbeat I've stayed with all of it. I've gotten really into biking and hiking and cooking and baking really good food. I'm really excited to be working with Outdoor Research. It's been really fun taking what I've learned from so many years of climbing and working with Outdoor Research to develop some really cool product ideas. So I've just started climbing again, and I'm trying to go slow and listen to my body, but it feels amazing to just climb again. I didn't realize how much I missed climbing until I kind of came back to it, and I was always dreaming about climbing hard again and getting back to top level. But I had this moment. I was climbing in Tuolumne with really good friends. It was kind of end of the season, so we basically had Tuolumne to ourselves, and all you could hear was the birds and the wind. And we were out on this dome, and I think I just realized at that point, it's this is all I need, right? Just climbing outside with friends in one of the most beautiful places I can imagine. I think this whole process has taught me that I don't have to climb the hardest thing possible to be happy. But I have to admit, I definitely think about some undone projects I'd like to go do.